In our experience, yung standalone condos, when other developers sell that, of course, medyo mas mababa yung price talaga. Because you're not offering the full package. It's just standalone. But ang bentahe is really the accessibility because you're in EDSA. But long-term wise, the return is higher when you're investing into estates or what we call townships. The potential is there. People see that in the future, this place will really, grow. Even if right now, medyo wala ka pa nakikita, diba? Wala pa masyadong tao nagpupunta. But they see the track record of the developer that's doing it, and they know that what will happen in the next 5, 10, 15 years down the road, malaking potential. So the confidence of the market is there, they buy. So that drives the property prices to go up.
We're with Ramon King, real estate expert practitioner. How long have you been in the real estate market?
10 years.
10 years already. 10 years talking about real estates and 10 years exposure in condos and property. So he's gonna tour us in this condo, and while he's touring us, we're gonna talk about how you can make money via condos. If I'm a first-time investor in real estate, what are the few things that I need to consider as I go through condos and as I try to explore opportunities to make money off of it?
First, of course, is you have to consider your purpose. No, if you want to invest for the purpose of your own personal use,
Okay.
or for investment, may it be for capital appreciation or passive income, because certain condos will give you that particular return. No? For example, you're living in Quezon City and you work in Makati. If you want to make your life easier, you want to be closer to your work, but at the same time spend more time with your family, then you may want to consider investing in Makati. So these are the things that you want to consider. Number 2, the developer. Kasi before, you always talk about location. But now it's different because developers now, regardless of the location, with a huge tract of land, they can really transform an area into a master plan integrated mixed-use estate. So andun na lahat ng components. You have offices, business side, the residential, the condominiums, of course. You have retail. You also have leisure, no? So practically, one-stop shop na siya. Pagbaba mo sa condo mo, you live, work, and play there already.
I've seen some condos na standalone lang. It's built near probably EDSA, near the street, versus something that's in a township. Price-wise, what's cheaper, what's more expensive? Then appreciation-wise, what appreciates faster?
In our experience, yung standalone condos, when other developers sell that, of course, medyo mas mababa yung price talaga. Because you're not offering the full package. It's just standalone. But ang bentahe is really the accessibility because you're in EDSA. But long-term wise, the return is higher when you're investing into estates or what we call townships. The potential is there. People see that in the future, this place will really, grow. Even if right now, medyo wala ka pa nakikita, diba? Wala pa masyadong tao nagpupunta. But they see the track record of the developer that's doing it, and they know that what will happen in the next 5, 10, 15 years down the road, malaking potential. So the confidence of the market is there, they buy. So that drives the property prices to go up.
Kasi people always compute the square meter of the condo that they're buying.
Yeah.
Should it be factored in also that because this one is in an integrated township na may hospital, may school, may mall,
Yes.
that they should factor in the premium of that na yun yung binabayaran din nila sa condo nila?
Actually, dapat may connection yan eh. You have to
Okay.
identify your market. So let's say you want to invest for the purpose of renting it out. It's not enough that you just compute the per square meter. Ito pinakamura. So you have to check din kung sino ba yung mga pupunta doon sa area na yun,
Okay.
sa township na yun. Do they have capability to pay for the rent of the property that you're trying to buy? So the good thing about estates is that they provide everything na. Hindi pa pwede naman na puro staff lang, di ba? In one company, there's the rank and file employees, the managers, and then the executives. So you have to cater to all those 3 markets.
For those who want to buy something for an investment to have it rented out, what are the things that they need to consider when they look at the condo, and how much do they need to set as a budget pag renovate, pag ayos nun as a rule of thumb also?
Yeah. So for our market, when you're looking at a studio unit, of course, yung titira dyan, these are yuppies, di ba? Single
Okay.
people or young couples, di ba? When your purpose is just to rent it out, I don't really suggest to really spend a lot
Okay.
on the property, because I have clients in the past who did that. They spent, for a studio flat, they spent 1 million.
Whoa!
Tapos, only to find out yung ibang furnitures, appliances, hindi masyado naalagaan, nasira, 'di ba? So ang laki nung renovation cost nila, and your deposit can only cover so much, 'di ba? So you have to tread very wisely when it comes to that. So I would suggest kapag studio with a budget of about 300,000, maganda na
Okay.
yun. Marami na tayong pwedeng gawin. And depende rin talaga sa developer. Kasi may mga developers na maganda naman pag turnover ng unit, onti na lang lalagay mo, furnitures and appliances na lang talaga. Okay na siya.
What's a common price point for a studio? And then what's a common also square meter? So I'll follow up that with another question also in a bit.
Okay. So for our particular market, the studio flats would start at around 30 square meters. In some areas, it would go as big as 42, 45 square meters. Like for example, here in BGC, our studios are a little bit bigger. They're ranging from 36 to 45 square meters. So medyo
Okay.
mas malaki tayo. Sa akin, mas maganda yung open na lang.
Okay.
Kasi alam naman nun, mag-rent na studio lang talaga siya.
Okay.
And mas maraming space kapag it's open. Once you close it with a partition kasi the unit will feel a little bit smaller when
Okay.
you're inside the bedroom with that partition. Medyo masikip. Unlike kapag open siya, mas free-flowing, lagyan mo ng mga mirrors sa sides, mas may illusion ka na mas malaki yung unit. And you can play along with a lot of storage as well when you do that. In our developments, it would range, the 30 square meter studio would range for about 6 million. Could go as high as 10 to 11 million depending on the location.
Okay.
Like for here in BGC, medyo mas mataas yung prices natin because it's a prime development. It's already fully built up right now. Onti na lang yung mga lots na hindi pa nade-develop. Kaya yung pricing natin mas mataas na.
The 30 square meter is 11 million already for BGC.
Mga 36 to 40
36
yan.
na. Okay. Arca is around how much already for a studio?
Studio, mga 8 yan.
Okay. 8. Then when you go towards Parklinks area, how much is it? How much is that naman there?
Parklinks would be a little bit lower now
Okay.
kasi nasa early
Starting.
phase pa lang
Okay,
tayo
okay.
developments. Mga 7 million.
Since Parklinks is just starting out,
Right.
do you suggest to people na kuha na kayo habang pre-selling
Mhm.
or wait for it since rental? Kasi there's a big argument about this that if it's rental,
Mm.
if you get it pre-selling, tulog yan 3-4 years.
Mm.
Vis-a-vis getting something na tapos na,
Mm.
pwede mo na siya pa-rent kagad.
Yeah.
What can you share to people about that?
Actually, depende rin yan sa liquidity mo at that
Mhm.
time. Yung financial capability mo.
Okay.
Because once you buy something na ready na, you have to pay a little bit higher.
Okay.
Because in terms of, unlike kunyari, pag pre-selling, pwede ka mag-down ng 10% lang.
Aha.
Kapag sa secondary market na, yung ready for occupancy na units, you have to pay minimum yan 20%. In some cases, some banks would require you to put up a bigger equity depending
Okay.
on your financial capability.